The film here again. The old powerhouse for the coal mining town in Raleigh. RC and CC Co. Or CC. I wonder if that stands for Raleigh Coal Company. I think it's the Raleigh Coal, Coke and Coal that owned this. The coal mining town in Raleigh. Something like that. I know this is the powerhouse of the town of Raleigh. They used to supply a lot of electricity here. And you got the old saucer because these originally back. A lot of people freak out over this, and if people like the time to learn the history, it would probably make things a little easier, because the way things go nowadays, you got these. Well, I'm not going to get into the whole details about the writing and stuff like that, which is annoys them about that. If I think about it, I could get into a whole debate about that, but I don't feel like doing that. But those back before World War II was a symbol of peace. They could make like peace and prosperity or something like that. Then Hitler and his company decided to take the symbol and change it slightly, and they made it, and the Nazis used it in the uniforms and stuff. Now nobody likes that signal. There's actually groups that demand this building to be demolished because of that, instead of learning history. But it's actually been deemed a historic structure. But you can see the old symbols there, the old lights, beautiful old ornate light fixtures. They used to have the lights back then. I think here's where these mule stables used to be for the town in Raleigh when I was growing up. I remember coming here a couple times in 2008 for the first time ever. I think I was here a few different times. And the mule stables are still there. I kept the mules to the mines. The building's not taken care of, and it finally collapsed one day. I wish I would have photos and videos of it. Luckily the guy that does coal country, I tell you, whose name I cannot think of, he did get some pictures of that, so somebody did get some pictures of that, and I'm glad, but because I didn't, but I'm glad somebody did. The old light fixtures there. That one door looked almost open. I'm going to get a closer look here. I'm not going to go in though. Nope, it's same set. I don't know who owns this. Like to talk to them. I wonder if they would give permission to go in here and look around. They may if I find the owner. Kind of like a coal company store there. I did give permission to go in a few houses here. One of them I won $1,000 for, and the house is ready to collapse. There's a few houses I just walked into that I know is abandoned already. But something I'm going to point out, I don't know if the train's coming or not, but something I'm going to point out to everybody is that house right way up there. It looks abandoned. I don't know if the taxes have been paid on. I think the taxes are being paid on it. I'm going to try to find out, not this trip around, but maybe we'll look around. I'm trying to find out who owns it. I wouldn't mind to buy it. It does need, well, the roof does need fixing, and it needs some new windows. But I'm trying to figure some stuff out. Wouldn't mind to buy it and restore it. It'd be a fun project. Because it needs a lot of work, and that one window needs replaced. The roof itself, I think, just needs patchwork. I don't think it needs all replaced, but it might need replaced. I know a few months ago I went there looking around to see where, well, didn't go in there, but I walked around the house looking around, and the electricity is still hooked up to it. I think there's a light on, so somebody's most likely paying the taxes. But they might be willing to sell. It'll be a fun project. It was still an old coal camp house. It would be a fun project. Of course, I'm hoping to get those places in Mount Hope. So I'm hoping to get where I live over Mount Hope. I'm kind of hoping I can get that big 3-story stone building, a couple of houses over there. Kind of wonder if the train's coming. I don't know who that one guy is. I'm not sure about this place. But while I'm filming, I might as well follow part of the right-of-way. The spur that used to feed the mine at Raleigh. Then I don't hear the trains. I don't think they're coming yet. I don't know what these stop buildings are used for. They might have got stuff, but I don't know. They wouldn't have got stuff below at one time. There's no way you can get the unload rail cars here. I guess those steps used to have a platform there. The other one still does. Those look like they're about to break off there. Some company still uses that building though for something. in Raleigh yard limit. That sign's way out. Raleigh yard's still there and the Raleigh yard's still used to a certain extent. Can't tell from here, but the spur that fed the Raleigh mine came out here. There's a junction switch there. First time I came down here in 2008, the junction switch is still there and the spur went as far as the railroad crossing here. I think it did ended just past the railroad crossing. I gotta figure out whether if that train's coming or not. Okay, there's something over here. I don't know what it is, but something's over there. See if I can get to it. That's a door and a pile of rotten wood and some broken windows. Interesting. Somebody's private dump. Probably from this house over here that's renovated recently. But I'm on the right of way. Now I can get on the railroad right of way. Because there was a railroad crossing here. The track literally went behind the company store here. So I'm actually now officially on the right of way. Maybe one day if I catch the owner here and talk to him, he may let me go inside the company store. I wouldn't know because I'd actually catch the owner there and ask permission. I wonder how they done the store here. I wonder there's probably two spurs here originally. There's probably one that cut off this one that went to the back of the store for the loading dock there. Would have been where they load the box cars for the company store. So I guess originally those two spurs. One probably just cut off here. A junction switch at the crossing went like maybe less than 100 feet. Thought somebody came out of the house. Now somebody I talked to here, I can't think of the name, talked about how the Germans had cannons and something up on the hill. I think in the wintertime I'll investigate that more. But that's where the Germans are supposed to have one of the cannons way up there. I'll talk to that person that's telling me that in the future, for a future video project. Yeah. But here's the actual railroad crossing. I like how I put the basketball hoop here on the railroad crossing. CSX still owns this right away. They never sold it, so if they build the track back, there wasn't anything the people could do to stop them if they really wanted to build the track back. I do know that once you get past here, you go in the, I think somebody's standing there watching me. Once you get past here, you go in some private yards. The people don't actually, that might be a train now. I can't tell. Well, I was trying to say, I got confused once you get past here. You got people's private yards and they just mow the right away and claim it part of the track. A part of their property. But apparently in the early 90s they still use this spur because we connected, there was a trestle that we connected over the river, that went over the river, but the trestle got to the point it's to the where it can no longer hold the weight of trains. They could have rebuilt it, but instead of rebuilding it, they decided to just abandon the track altogether because by then a lot of the mines shut down and this whole rail line was temporarily out of service from 97 to 2005. And then it was all put back in service, all that track over there to the rail yard. Guess I'll sell more at the company store. I don't know what year right up now, but I know the mine finally shut down in 1950. I actually have a news article, the newspaper article, was probably end up in that Coal Heritage Museum whenever they open it up. But I love the stonework and the brickwork here and the steps. It's really nice. I'm gonna walk down here where some of these abandoned houses are, but I might want to use a lot of time because I want to get back and go to work. But that'll be a second video. Now that place I've been in a few times, it's about ready to fall apart. The owner wants $1,000 for it. I guess it's worth it for the land itself, but it wouldn't be worth it. Fits up just too far gone to say. There's so much black mold and the roof is starting to cave in. Over half the rafters on the roof are rotten to the point of breaking. I think the only reason that didn't collapse this winter is we didn't get a really big snow. If we got a big snow, like maybe 2 feet of heavy wet snow, for example, or more than a foot of heavy wet snow, I'm sure that would have caved in. The biggest snow we had this past winter was like 6 inches. I think that storm dropped like 6 inches of heavy wet snow in like a couple hours. We just not had much in the way of snow this year. Power line's still hooked up to it. I don't think it's got electricity, but apparently there's still a power cord hooked up to it. I'm gonna